Hey man, picture this. You walk into a room silent. You don't try to stand out. You don't crack fake smiles. You don't force yourself into the spotlight. Yet, somehow, the air shifts. People straighten their posture. Women glance twice. Men feel that invisible sting in their pride. And here's the question. Why does that happen? Why does a man who never begs for attention end up being the one everyone remembers? Why do people chase your presence when all you ever wanted was to be left alone? This is the hidden paradox of the Sigma male. He is not the loudest voice in the room, but he is the one remembered. He is not the man begging for power, but power bends toward him. And the truth? Most Sigma males don't even realize the weight of their existence. Here are the 12 crucial things Sigma males don't understand about themselves. 1. They command respect without asking for it. Most men fight for respect, thinking it's earned through dominance, wealth, or a flashy life. Sigma males don't fight at all. They simply exist. The stillness in their demeanor, the lack of desperate need, the controlled energy, they all whisper one message. This man doesn't need anyone's approval. That's exactly why people respect him, even when they don't want to. And the Sigma often misses this fact, because he never sets out to earn respect. He just lives, and respect follows. 2. Their absence speaks louder than presence. Here's what most men never experience: being missed not because of what they said, but because of what they withheld. When a Sigma leaves, conversations replay. A woman remembers the way he looked at her, not the compliments he never gave. Men wonder what he thought of them but never said aloud. The Sigma doesn't notice this ripple effect. He thinks he just walked out. In reality, his absence leaves a heavier mark than most men's constant begging for attention. 3. They intimidate without meaning to. The Sigma never flexes, never shouts, never forces his dominance on others. Yet insecure men instantly feel smaller in his presence. Why? Because he represents everything they can't be: self-sufficient, detached from validation, unbothered by approval. Women feel something different: a tension, a spark, a test. His stillness forces them to measure themselves. He doesn't try to intimidate, but his refusal to play the game makes everyone around him feel the weight of their own weakness. 4. They're more attractive than they realize. Most men broadcast attraction. They chase, they flatter, they beg. Sigma males don't. They stand apart, untouched by the chaos, radiating mystery. And that mystery burns in women's minds. A Sigma doesn't realize how deeply women think about him, not because he gave them endless attention, but because he gave them almost none. He is the unsolved puzzle, the question that lingers. And women don't forget the one man they couldn't fully capture. 5. They challenge every room they enter. A Sigma doesn't enter a room trying to overthrow the alpha, but the moment he arrives, the unspoken order shifts. The supposed leader feels threatened without knowing why. Followers sense a stronger gravity and drift unconsciously toward him. The Sigma never tries to dominate, but by refusing to play, he becomes the challenge. His mere presence forces everyone else to ask themselves, am I really who I say I am? 6. They break rules by existing. The world loves categories: alpha, beta, leader, follower. The Sigma fits none of them. He doesn't lead groups, but he also refuses to be led. He doesn't seek rebellion, but his lifestyle itself is rebellion. He doesn't tear down the system, yet his existence proves the system isn't absolute. He is proof that a man can thrive without playing anyone's game. And the Sigma doesn't realize the radical statement his very life makes: the rules were never real to begin with. 7. They inspire jealousy in men they barely notice. Think about it. While other men chase approval, grind for validation, and scramble for scraps of attention, the Sigma walks through life untouched. That stings. Men who sacrifice everything to win in the social game look at the Sigma and feel the burning shame of futility. He achieves what they chase without effort. The cruel truth? He doesn't even notice their envy. He's not competing, but they are competing with him, silently, bitterly, endlessly. 8. They carry a dark magnetism. It's not superficial charm, it's gravity. The Sigma's silence, his solitude, his unwillingness to explain himself, it creates a pull. People sense danger in him, but it's the kind of danger they can't look away from. They want to know what he's hiding, what he's thinking, what burns behind his eyes. The Sigma mistakes this for distance, but to others, it's a force that drags them closer, like moths toward fire. 9. They force women to confront themselves. Most men tell women exactly what they want to hear. The Sigma does not. He doesn't flatter, doesn't chase, doesn't bend. This throws women into chaos. Suddenly she questions, why doesn't he want me? Why isn't he falling for my charm? The Sigma makes her face insecurity she spends her life hiding. And the reason she never forgets him isn't because he made her comfortable, it's because she made her face herself. 10. They don't realize how rare they are. In a world of desperate men, the Sigma is the anomaly. A man who needs no pack, no applause, no validation. He forgets that most men can't breathe without belonging. Most men collapse without approval. The Sigma assumes others walk his path, but they don't. And that rarity is exactly why he becomes unforgettable. He is the shadow people talk about, the exception to every rule. Rare men leave deep scars in memory. 11. They live with a quiet power others can't touch. The Sigma doesn't flex his strength, he doesn't parade his wins, but make no mistake, his silence is louder than their shouting. His discipline, his restraint, his refusal to be shaken, it radiates a strength no one can copy. People fear loud power, but they respect quiet power. And the Sigma doesn't realize that his quiet dominance terrifies the world more than any display of force ever could. 12. They leave a legacy they never intend to create. The Sigma never dreams of statues, followers, or fame. He doesn't crave legacy, but the world builds one for him anyway. People whisper his name years later. Women compare him to men in secret. Men recall how he unsettled them without saying a word. His influence spreads in conversations he'll never hear. That's the Sigma paradox. He leaves behind a legend he never tried to create. Here's the hard truth, man. Sigma males think they are invisible. They think they pass through the world untouched. But the truth is, they are the silent earthquake beneath the ground. They don't realize the respect they command. They don't realize the jealousy they inspire. They don't realize the chaos they ignite. The Sigma doesn't live loudly, but his silence is thunder, his absence is fire, and his legacy is eternal.